Greetings Tarnished, FiOth here, and in today's guide after public demand I will be explaining the functions of matchmaking so that you co-op with your friends more easily. I repeat, this is not about invasions or PvP, this is about jolly cooperation, so pay attention and I hope I'll be able to help you. So, there's a host of options, more than we've ever had before. They're tied to some items, they're tied to some configurations. We'll start with the system settings. So you go to this planetoid here, and you have a few options, nothing too strange, it's just crossplay. If you wanna match up with someone from another region, send summon sign to be able to send your summon sign into worlds via the summon pool that are invaded. I will explain what the summon pool is in a sec. Voice chat, so you have in-game voice chat. I thought Miyazaki thought this was a heretic way of communication, but apparently now he changed his mind. This is whether or not you want character names to be shown instead of the ID, and this is how you want to launch the game, be online or offline. So, let's start from the top. Leave it at perform matchmaking if you are playing with a player from a different region, and in general having this open will show you more signs and leave you open to more matchmaking opportunities. I suggest you leave it here unless your internet connection is very weak. Send summon sign. If you leave it at enable, as it says, block your summon sign in worlds with adversaries present. I don't think this is a restriction you wanna put yourself under. It is okay if you join some games that might have invaders in there or whatever. People might wanna summon you to get help from invaders, so leave it at enable so you don't have a filter here. Voice chat, put it on allowed if you are using an in firmware communication application like a party on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 or Xbox ecosystem. This will not listen to this whilst you're playing anyway, because you're in the party and you're only listening to the chat party. If you don't want to allow any communication when you don't want to talk, put it on restricted. I don't have it has any effect on how you match up with other people, but in order to be safe, I'd say keep it on allowed. If you're a streamer or someone who records gameplay, I'd say keep it on character name so you don't give any people away when they fall off cliffs. And of course you have to launch play online. This is the first step. Now the second step is to go into the multiplayer tab, the second to last. And we're not gonna deal with the blue ciphering and the white ciphering. These are tied to PvP. The blue cipher you activate on you when you wanna be auto-summoned when a person is using the white cipher, so you go in and help them, and the white cipher you use when you are constantly looking for help when it comes to getting assistance whilst being invaded. I'm mentioning them very briefly, they're not a priority here, but so that you know. So, the two most important things we want here is the Tarnished furled ringer and the small golden effigy. You get them by default at the beginning of the game after a few tutorials. This is used so you will put down your sign and a friend can summon you. Okay. This is used so you send your name to the summoning pool, and that makes you available for summoning from people who might not be in the exact same area. You pretty much put yourself on a list, and people who just want to summon someone can summon you. It is, shall I put it, like quick play. I'm gonna read what it states. Send the cooperative summon sign to several nearby summoning pools, activated pools only. So you click on the little statue and it says that the summoning pool has been activated. You will be receiving the summon signs from people who send the names on the list. If you are summoned, you will be transported to that summoning pool's location in the host player's world and multiplayer will begin. You might send your message to a summoning pool before the first boss, and you can be on the other side of the map and you will be teleported to fight said boss. it will just make you available for summoning from various locations. Okay, so if you leave your sign here and you get teleported there, don't worry, it's not a bug, it's intentional. One thing that people don't really understand is the usage of the fur-calling finger remedy. Man, this game is all about fingers and stuff. Anyway, with a fur-calling finger remedy, you can see summon signs which can be used to summon players from other worlds. There are various types of summon signs. Gold signs summon finger cooperators. Red signs summon duelist adversaries. For either type of multiplayer, the summoning player becomes host of fingers. So, if you're moving around Elden Ring, seeing a ton of bloodstains, a ton of ghosts, but no summoning signs, is because you actually have to consume this to show signs on the floor. You are not gonna be seeing anything without this. So this pretty much puts a restriction on how many multiplayer sessions you can have, because you have to acquire them. And each multiplayer session you begin actually holds some value. You know, you cannot just spam summon signs and get people in there forever. I am not too sure about whether or not that was a good idea, to be completely honest with you, because the people who need help are usually the weaker players or the new players. Putting a paywall in runes, of course, there's no pay to win content, but you will have to purchase them or craft them in order to have them and be able to use them. Those players are gonna be using the runes for calling finger remedies more than to level their characters, man. When I was playing co-op with some people the other day to beat the first boss, Margaret, it was people who were trying like for the 20th, the 30th time. But it is what it is, that's how it works. Now, if you want to get matched up with friends, you click triangle or Y on the Xbox or whichever button you're using on the PC and go into settings. There are two passwords here. The first one will restrict whether or not you can be matched with anyone other than your friends sharing the same password. If I put in here potato, you say potato, I say potato. If I put here potato and I put down my summon sign, only people who are using the password potato will be able to see my sign, and vice versa. I will be able to see their signs as well. If I take it off, I can match up with anyone. When it comes to group password setting, because this can be a little vague, if you set a group password, you'll be more likely to see messages, summons, and bloodstains, phantoms, and so on from others using this same password. So this does not restrict anything 100%. This makes it so you have a higher probability of seeing not only their summon signs but bloodstains, phantoms, and messages as well. I suppose this is something like a clan thing, where if you wanna be playing with 100 specific people and only with those people, you can put in the group password, they can put in the group password, and this will not cut you off from any other kind of communication with the world, but will prioritize them. So in areas where there's a lot of activity from your peeps, you'll be prioritizing seeing their stuff. Okay, taking it on or off again will activate or deactivate the criteria. Word of the wise, guys, if you change anything here, cancel your summon sign and place it down again so you reset. If for whatever reason you cannot match up with your friends, always consider restarting the application. This has been a valid practice in Souls-like since Demon's Souls back in the day. Let's take a look at the figure severer. Choose a summoned player to send back to their world. This player will be removed from the multiplayer session. You use this as well to send yourself home. Okay, so if you want to just go back to your home plane and continue playing in your adventure, use this, you send yourself home. Or if you have a player you want to send home because, well, you don't want to play co-op anymore because they are toxic or whatever, you use this, you send them back. You're seeing the Taunter stock here, you get this from Albrecht. it's PvP oriented, it opens you up more to PvP invasion, so that's why I'm not mentioning, and do not forget about it. These are the fundamentals of matchmaking, people. I hope I was able to clear it up for you. Sub, like, and share if you found this content useful, and consider getting a membership or visit my Patreon if you want to help the channel. It really helps a lot. I appreciate you very, very much. Until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!